Yeah, welcome back, everybody. Apologies. I think I know what I did. I stupidly hit the X on OBS rather than actually hitting the whatever it is. Yeah, as you just heard Shane there saying, we're not happy with Vardy just scoring then. Of all the players, dread FPL bloody has him.
And the people to have him as well. But hey, do you know what? Listen, Steve, at least he lost a clean sheet.
It doesn't matter. The scoring of a goal is more of a differential than the clean sheet. That goal is, I would argue, is probably bigger than the clean sheet in the sense of.
I mean, I've got Rico Lewis. So.
Yeah, but people like Dread they've actually got Vardy and Lewis.
Oh, okay, yeah, so he needs a bit more.
Yeah, so
I don't genuinely like. I'm not listening. It's Pep Roulette, so you never know what he's going to do. But I just don't understand the incessant leaving him out. I don't get it. Like
Foden.
Guardiola's. Yeah, Foden. Yeah, like Guardiola. Don't get me wrong. He's good, and when he pushes up high like that, he can bang them in. Right, that's fantastic. But is he going to do that every game? Nah, he's not. So why have you left Foden on the bench? Like Champ League, he scored the other week for the national break. Looked really, really good. KDB's injured, but then you decide to leave the other 10 out. I don't understand Pep. And he thinks he's too clever for the league sometimes. Genuinely, that's what it is. City keep conceding. I've said it before that I don't think they win the league this year. The amount of goals they concede is not Champions form. Show your line in the graph, Steve, and where does the goal go in the,
Right now, I'm at that depressed stage where any office quote will not make me smile. It's the fact. It's just. Well, it's when you rival, in this specific case, Dread. It's the fact that he's got Vardy, and he's just gone and scored. He's going to go for it. No, he's not. It's just the fact that he scores. It's like
it's the law. It's the law of FPL, though, isn't it? Like, or for me anyway, you'll have like a good Friday or Saturday. And then all the pressure builds on the other person, like his one player on Sunday, and then they always come up trumps. That's just the FPL way. It's good when it works out for you. When it's not, it's not.
Thankfully, though, he's not. Well, within the mini league I take seriously, he's not owned by too many. And I will be saying to Jason that I want to look for our YouTube mini league because I know there's a lot of regular faces that are doing very well. Madeline Tudor, Shane, is 940th in the world.
Fantastic! That's brilliant. That's fantastic.
940th. I mean, it must be, inspiration from the likes of you and I.
Great motivator. Like, yeah.
Passing our message on to Nazareth.
Nazareth, please.
So, for anybody that isn't aware, Shane probably knows. I reckon I'd argue that you know The Office more than me, potentially.
We'll go the same.
Is there any? I've always wanted to ask you this. Like I've known you for 50 years, and then I've always wanted to ask Shane. Is there any really obscure? Vardy here is very attacking.
Yeah, he will be. Like Wolves they'll just sit back. I mean, it's maybe not a good thing that they've scored that early goal. Like City conceded it at the Etihad, and then they just went absolute attack mode. So
I mean, my transfer plan was going to be 8 Nuri into Saliba, but now I'm thinking, maybe just get Vardy. Is he still 6 million? Or is he 6.1?
I think he's probably gone up. If not, he'll go up tonight. But I think he's probably a good shout to get, actually.
I might just do that move, Vardy in, because I'm not getting Foden. I said all along that it would be him for Saka, but Ray said last night, don't do it. Just keep Saka for one more week. Don't do a minus hit. Get in 8 Nuri if you want. But now I'm thinking, just at least I'll then have triple Man City versus Southampton with Vardy, Lewis, and Haaland, and I can still get in 8 Nuri for Lewis Dunk, which is kind of what the plan was in the first place. The Saliba red card was obviously no one can account for that, but me getting.
What did you? While we're on that topic, Steve-O, listen, I was watching it.
I haven't seen it before you ask, and I've seen everything.
Yeah, I did think the VR got there in the end. The ref bottled it, and I know some people are. Kieran he's not happy today, by the way. He's not really speaking to me today, Steve-O. But listen, the ref at that time.
You're not a Bournemouth fan. What does it matter?
No, he's just a bit annoyed, isn't he? But it was. You have to look at the position of the other defender there, right? The fact that he's so wide, Ben White, the referee can't take into account of like individuals like how fast they are, right? So Ben White is fast. Would he have caught Evan Nielsen? I don't think he would have. He would have narrowed his angle, but I don't think he would have caught him in time to make a challenge, which therefore is a dog show offence. Denying of obvious goal scoring opportunity, and then it has to be a red. The fact that he's given him a yellow shows that he's agreed there's been a foul there, and he has bottled it. The ref has absolutely bottled it there, and they got there in the end. The right decision, and people are saying that they're not. In my opinion, I don't think they really have a leg to stand on, mate. Really, and yeah, you have to watch it, mate. I think it was a red card all day.
I'm not going to watch it. I cannot be bothered. And he's 6 million. Gvardiol is 6 million, so I may just do the move. Saliba out for Gvardiol, done. I'm gutted, Shane. I'm 0.1 off getting Greaves out for €8. I'm 0.1 off. Gutting.
Well, you might
gutting.
How many free transfers have you got?
Just the one, and I'm not going to do a -4 for the sake of that.
Nah, I mean, you might be able to do it, depending on what players you got, you might be able to do it near the tail end before next deadline. Do you know what I mean?
Because Greaves isn't going to be going up, because I don't know if you're aware or not, he's now injured till the 23rd of November, apparently.
Wolves are away, yeah. I know you're ahead of me, but they're away on the left-hand side. Nuri ball in, Stones chested back to Diaz and then played out by City.
Yeah, so Greaves is out injured. He's not going to. If anything, he's going to be going down in price by 0.1. I'm not going to lose anything on him, but I'm just 0.1 short of it. But someone on the YouTube comment section on the replay from last night's stream said maybe looking at. I'm not going to do it next week. There's no way I'm going to do it next week. Where Aston Villa are at home to Bournemouth. Obviously, Ollie Watkins' former team, but I think that they said that getting rid of Watkins for Cunha could be the move in the near future, because the plan is, as I was discussing with Ray last night, it will be, well, now I'm probably going to do Saliba to Gvardiol. Now I've seen that Vardiol's 6 mil, because I know he went up in price this week. I just think stuff it. At least I've got triple against Southampton, and then because I'm not going to do the Foden move, I can then the following week do Dunk out for €8, because I just don't think it's worth a -4 to bring in 2 defenders on a -4 when I can just simply play Gvardiol, Lewis, and admittedly, well, it'd be Lewis Dunk against Wolves.
I think. I know some people have been losing their minds today. Not losing their minds, but annoyed that Foden doesn't start. Listen, I brought him in, and I was pretty sure he'd start, and I think most people probably were. But you have to accept, when you move any City player in, there's always that risk. It doesn't matter who you are, obviously, unless you're Haaland and Edison. Apart from that, you could swap anybody around. So there's no point in being too annoyed because that happens. But FPL being FPL, next week at Southampton, he'll start Foden, and he'll go on an absolute smashing rate. Do you know what I mean? It's I think
if I see Foden starting versus, if I find out Foden starting versus Man City versus Southampton, I'm putting 50p on him to be getting a goal or assist. It's simple.
Oh, he will. He will. But Gvardiol, if I had the option now, I'd probably go Gvardiol, especially Southampton. I know City have been conceding goals. Southampton won't score against City. I'd be hugely shocked. I know Wolves can get a goal or two. They've got decent players. They're just on a bit of poor form, but Southampton won't score, and it could be a huge scoreline next week, especially with Southampton capitulating at 2-0 up.
Yeah, Man City's fixtures: Southampton, Bournemouth, Brighton, Tottenham, Liverpool. I mean, they're not the greatest of fixtures, but for just for one free transfer, Saliba to Vardy for the Southampton game, and just I'm happy with it. I'm just happy with that move, and then like I say, with the following game week, it's then Nuri. He'll be then in for the Crystal Palace, Southampton, Fulham. Well, for their good run of fixtures in game week 10, and then in game week 11, as Ray stated, and even in game week 10, Ray said get rid of Saka for Diaz, because then he's got a good run of form versus Brighton, Aston Villa, Southampton. And I'd also probably do a -4 to then bring in €8. So for a -4 for Lewis Dunk and Saka out for Diaz and €8. And that means then the following week in game week 11, where it's Watkins potentially out because it's Liverpool away. Watkins out. This is game week 11 for then Cunha, who's at home to Southampton. So maybe the stars are slowly aligning. The Saka move out for Diaz. What do you think about Ray's opinion on that? Now, don't get me wrong, I do agree that he is the second most likely starter of the front three behind. Obviously, Salah's guaranteed. Then it's Diaz at about 90% certain to start, and then it's whoever between Jota, Nunez, Gakpo. But Diaz in for Saka in game week 10.
Yeah, I think he's pretty certain. Starting after Salah, I think he's pretty certain starting. It's a bit with the Champions League as well. Like he might give him Salah bench one time. He's got that hard fixture, so I like the idea. Do you know what I like? I've dropped Salah this weekend, by the way.
What? For who? For
Foden. Yeah, to give him money for Haaland, which is going well. The first time I've owned him this season, but
hold on a minute. Say that again. You took Salah out for Foden, but you brought in Haaland.
So I took. Sorry, I had Foden last week. Oh, did I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had Foden. Sorry, I had Foden last week.
Yeah.
So this week I done Salah to Buonanotte, which I'll take the credit for that this weekend, Steve-O. I looked at his numbers and he's actually a really, really good player. The good thing is at the weekend he was one of the best players. Should have maybe scored 2, had a really good chance. And once the young lad came on, he changed the game. Young Leicester lad. I can't think of his name. I'll get it at half time. But once he came on, he took over that Alcunis. And Buonanotte went from right mid to the 10, which looked really, really good in the 10. So it was more secure for minutes.
Close there, Shane. You'll see in a second.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm 20 seconds behind you. It's annoying me. So Buonanotte he's only 5 mil as well. So hey, listen, they don't all pay off, but it's nice when one of your shouts do pay off, and it did. And then that funded me Watkins to Haaland, which that's a great save, by the way. Which Watkins has got a really good record against Fulham, so it took me a while to make that call. But yeah, I'm kind of glad because I want him for Southampton. You can't not have Haaland for Southampton. Mate. I know I've not had Haaland. I know I've not, and after this, I'll probably get rid. But it's that Southampton team, mate. It could be the worst Premier League side we've ever seen. So you can't not have Haaland.
Yeah, yes, I do agree. Even James from Planet FPL is saying that he does not want to be going away without Haaland. Even he's like thinking, "Oh shit, I could be royally
half time.
Yeah,
1-1.
Well, if you found it, I mean, I don't know how much you've watched of that first half. It's actually been
most of it, mate.
From a Wolves point of view, it's actually been a very, very, very good game for them, I think.
Yeah, I do. I mean, listen, we still got half to go. I was contemplating all week. Shall I change it? Shall I not? It's worked out anyway because I'm Buonanotte, but I can see Wolves. They had a hard set of 4 or 5 games. They had Liverpool, they had Villa. Do you know what I mean? They had some hard games, and I thought this was one where they might dig in well. Last season, Wolves won at home. They beat them 2-1. I just thought they put in a better performance. We're only halfway gone, so it's better. It's a marked improvement. And listen, Gary O'Neill's a good coach. I think they need to stay with him. Do you know what they've done, Steve? They've kind of tied his hands behind his back, right? They had a half decent squad. He'd done all right last season. I know the tail end and up to now, I think they've lost quite a few run of games, right, on the trot. But they've let 2 players go. They let Max Kilman, huge centre back, played really well for them. They've let him go, not replaced him. And the same with Neto. All right, he's not lighting up at Chelsea, but he's still doing well in a Wolves
He doesn't
team.
play for Chelsea, does he?
No, he plays in European, yeah, but he was always getting goals or assists, and he was making a marked improvement. I mean, all right, they got Cunha and Strand Larson, which is good, but yeah, and they've still got injuries to Hwang and stuff, so I think Wolves will be fine. But they played all right today, didn't they? City, this is what it infuriates me. Pep is he's just the most infuriating coach ever. He's fantastic, one of the best ever, granted. But now and again, just stop trying to be like so niche and different. And oh, look, I've done this and I've done that. That's what cost them. Remember they lost the cup to United. He done it on that day. He set up wrong and they got beat. Just sometimes, just chill the f out, Pep, and play like your normal players in your normal position. But that's what you take on Pep.
This is it. Like it's squad management, isn't it? It's just have pretty much a settled team in pretty much every single position, and maybe just swap around the odd player here or there, which is usually it's going to be up front. Usually it's going to be just swap the odd player here, like he does with Trossard and Martinelli, for instance. But he's got a core squad of players of like 7 or 8, which are guaranteed to start every single match, and there's 2 or 3 which will make way for tactical reasons. But other than that, the back 4 are going to be pretty much exactly the same. Maybe Calafiore may come out for whomever, and maybe the likes of Jorginho, whoever else is potentially going to make way. But other than that, predominantly it's just going to be the same team week in, week out, no matter what. Whereas with Pep, as we know, don't get me wrong, most of the time you've got the core player. I mean, ironically, like Lewis, he seems to be starting every single match at the moment, but it's probably only 4 or 5 players that are guaranteed to start every match, whereas I don't think there's been the same back line for Man City all season. I could be completely wrong, but it, like you say, seems to be swapping and changing every week. There's no coherency, there's no stability, and like you say, he's just overplaying it. I mean, I've got Alex Vollo's team up on screen here. Alex Vollo, triple captain, whether you're aware or not, Shane, Haaland.
Oh, Kieran did as well. He is
no way, really.
If Haaland doesn't bang today, yeah. Unless because we done it on our pod midweek, he talked about how Wolves conceded a lot of goals within their 6-yard box, and obviously Haaland scores a lot within that, so it matched up. And even I was a bit like, ooh, and that kind of made me, or maybe give me the bias confirmation to get him in this week. I mean, he's going to go up again, probably 0.1. So one of Southampton, but yeah, I mean, listen, there's still another half. Haaland could score 4 goals in one half. So, you don't know how it's going to end up. But that's why I don't really like using it in a single game week. You've got to make the right decision at the right time. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you get 2 bites of the cherry if you got in a double game week.
Well, with Colm was making the point that he's probably 90% certain he will use the triple captaincy against Southampton. And
I think
it is when it's at home and it's against a team like Southampton, Ipswich, I know we're not there, but Burnley, whatever, that's when you want to be targeting someone like Haaland, because it's almost like a certainty that he's probably going to come through with a double-digit haul.
Against Southampton, he has to.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've been doing that for the last few weeks, and it's kind of got me up the ranks quite well. Is normally I'll try and attack the bottom 3 sides, all right, or maybe newly promoted, but Southampton is the side where I think right now, every single week, I will have at least 1 attacking player, if not try and get 2, depending what team it is, against Southampton. They are that bad. You just can't ignore it. You know what I mean? Just can't, and I'm talking like right down to like Leicester. You know what I mean? Like, obviously they played them at the weekend, but they're that bad. You have to attack them.
So I'm just writing down my potential transfer plans here.
Do you know what I would say though, Steve, or the way I do it anyway? I love planning, right? For me, pre-season, anyone who's played like Champman and Football Manager, I think I spend longer doing that and prepping and looking for players than kind of playing the season. So I think for me, I look kind of 4 game weeks max, but this season less than most. Normally, I'd maybe look, average maybe 6 game weeks, but now I'm probably looking like 2-3 max because so much can change, and we want to change our big premium so much that I'm not looking too far into the future. Don't get me wrong, we've still got a good run, and City have got a good run, so I'll make sure I have a few players, but I'm not too penciling transfers in this season. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's been a case for this last couple of seasons. Just, it seems to me that the casual player is winning because all they're doing is going, who's got the most points this week? Yeah, bring him in. Who got the most points on Saturday? Yeah, I'll bring him in for the player that got a red card or got injured. Yeah, do that. They seem to be the ones that are winning. Now, don't get me wrong, as Praz said on Juice the other week, the reality is that you want to be... If I'm just going to swap screens, hopefully that'll work. Yeah, the people that are planning will always win out on the casuals because they will understand about the double game weeks, potential teams that are going to be not playing and blanks and whatnot. That's when we win out, but it takes a very long time. You're talking from game week 20 onwards, about the start of the season. Like, you take my mate Mr. Reed, for instance. Mr. Reed this week, I'm going to bring his team up on screen, actually. I've just changed screens to make sure it's me and you, and now I'm changing screens to... I want to show you Mr. Reed.
Take my face off. Get rid of this face, mate. You get that screen up. Get rid of this face.
And by the way, thanks everybody for joining.
We're both in our 30s. Get rid of this face. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So, thanks for everybody for joining us. And it's been a complete and utter chaotic start to this stream. This is part 2 of the Wolves versus Man City game. I'm probably going to delete part 1, despite the fact having like 500 different impressions of people. But because I want to do an impression of you, actually, Shane.
Impressions. Impressions. You want to come to me? I'll do impressions.
But yeah, thanks for joining us. Make sure you are hitting the like button. If you are brand new around here, the subscribe button. I will eventually at some point look at the chat. But it's just the conversation just flowing so quickly.
I see Geddy. Good to see Geddy. I blame Shane for Haaland blanking. I accept that, mate. I accept that. I probably broke.
Blame Alex Volo. Don't blame Shane. I'm blaming the person that we pay to do our thumbnails. I'm blaming him. He's been with us for years. I'm just blaming him. Well done, Alex, and Kieran. Well done, the pair of you.
Oh, he's triple captain, yeah.
But Mr. Reed's team is up on screen at the moment. He is a casual player. He's about as casual as it gets. And he's got Martinez in goal. Porro. Oh, he's got Vardiol. Of course he fucking has. Vardiol, Saliba, Van de Ven, Saka. But he's got Wan-Bissaka coming off. He's got Saka coming off for Saka. Rodgers, Palmer, Haaland, Vardy and Watkins. Are you having a laugh?
Is he having a laugh?
It's ludicrous. And this is the thing, like, I just find that the casual players of the last few seasons have been really doing well because they're just, all this planning stuff, don't get me wrong, it helps. Like, I've got a high respect for Firetog. All his planning last season went out the window. Now this season he is doing very well despite the fact I'm still ahead of him. Although I don't think I'm going to be ahead of him today because today, I don't know. I don't think he's got Vardiol. But certainly he's got Trent. He's got Trent and Robertson. Firetog has. But he's somebody that does do a lot of planning. And you just can't... You can't account. He's on... Firetog's team, as it stands right this second as we speak, is on 8 points. It's mental.
Wow.
Because he took a -4.
his mental, not literally, because that would be, probably not part of the game. And yeah, so
he took a -4, and he's on 8 points as we speak right this second. That's without Trent and Robertson playing today. He's also got Palmer but he got rid of Watkins and I can't remember who the other player was. He got rid of Watkins and someone else and brought in Dibbling and Haaland.
I mean, if you want to, while you're on there, Steve-O, if you just want to click on maybe Shaney's team, and I've got more on my bench than I do in my team.
Where is your team? Where is it?
Yeah, that's facts.
Where is your team? Are you in our Discord?
Probably in the Dundrums. I'm in the Juice League. Juicy.
Yeah, I'm never gonna see it. If you're part of our Discord, I'm sure you are because I've seen you in it. Just put it in the team screenshots above that. And while you're doing that,
I mean, I could send you a picture.
No, because I won't really be able to bring it up. I won't be able to. I mean, James saying there he's done nothing bad and he's 12k. That's the point. That's exactly the point. These people just doing nothing.
Has James got Haaland this weekend?
So James Coe, have you got Haaland this week? That's the question. That is the question. Hello, Big Z, Shagger, Gary Hallowell.
I don't know if he does then. I had a wee feeling that I didn't think, listen, we're only one half in. I didn't, because I'm taking Watkins out. I took Watkins out. It's paid off because I had Bond on 80, but I thought Watkins do well.
Too many genders is saying here, lads, do you think I should do 2 free transfers to get rid of Saka and... Where is it? Saka and Trent out for Palmer and Vardy. What do you reckon?
Yes. I've got Trent, and I know they've got Southampton next week, City, right, and they could do damage, but Trent's due a huge haul. He might get a big haul today, mate.
I was going to say, see how he plays today.
Yeah, I would just.
That's why the whole Foden thing, it's becoming a case for me where it's. Well, we didn't play today. You know what? If he plays against Southampton, whatever. I've got bigger fires to be putting out than getting rid of Saka for Foden. I mean, here we go. Mohit saying, who can get the ball to Haaland realistically? There's no Kevin De Bruyne and no Foden. Foden needs to come on. City are threatening to run away with this game.
With it, this is the thing. Like, I know, listen, Pep knows infinitely more than me. I'm not a coach, you know what I mean? But so I'm sure there's reasons why he did it. But that's the immediate thing I thought in my head. Right, who's going to filter the ball? Who's going to give the assists? Who's going to make things happen in that team? I don't see really anyone making any. Do you know what I mean? All right, Gvardiol and Lewis are pushing up. That's pushing the Wolves backline back, and there's not much space within there. But you need someone like Foden on the ball, and quite often Gvardiol has been on the edge of the box where Foden would normally be. And listen, Gvardiol can hit them. He can hit them. You know, he scored there. I think he scored another one this season. Fantastic strike of the ball, but he's not as inept as Foden is at decent ball throughs and decent ball ins. Do you know what I mean? Those little niche other passes that no one else sees. So I don't know what's going on with Foden, mate. Like there must be something going on because Pep. I think there was some personal stuff at the start, but I don't know. I don't know. There's something there. It seems like there's something there because. Remember a few seasons ago, he wasn't playing him every time he came on. He'd play well, and they had a bit of an argument and stuff. And
they were saying on Juice yesterday about Chilwell, and they think that something behind the scenes is happening with Chilwell why he's not playing. And Ash was talking about apparently with Reece James there was like another player, I can't remember who now, it doesn't really matter. The game's just kicked off where one of the players was getting stalked by a notorious stalker. Like you couldn't make it up, and there's clearly, I do agree that there's clearly something going on behind the scenes with these players. Why Pep or Maresca or whatever his bloody name isn't playing these big players, these quality players. I mean, James here saying I had Palmer for his 25 pointer. I have Martinez in goal. I've had Maddison the last couple of games. I've just probably had 4 differential points. 4 differential points to the masses coming, and this is exactly the point I keep saying about differentials, is why I get so bloody frustrated when, in this specific case with Dread, the one differential on me really is Vardio, and Man City have got a corner here at the moment, and it's whipped in, cleared. But this is the thing. You need that player to feed Haaland, and if there's no one there, then Haaland's going. And this is talking of planning. This is what the guys like James from Planet FPL and Andy Martin and various other people that have got this knowledge of football. They've got this, and even I include people like yourself. Like the reality is that I've noticed this pattern over the many years in football, that when a key component is taken out of a team, it's changed the dynamics and certain other players don't perform. So you remove Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland doesn't perform. You remove Rodri, Man City start conceding. I remember with Arsenal, it was a centre midfielder, I forget who it was. And once he stopped playing, Arsenal couldn't defend anymore, because that particular defender did all the groundwork. And there's many other players for other teams that they may not be an FPL option, but because they're not playing for the team, it has a detrimental effect on the rest of the players that can't perform, because that player that's out the squad, they don't realise how much work they're doing. It's a bit like at my place of work, where you take out certain members of the team, or anybody's place of work, you take out a certain member of the team where they work their bollocks off, essentially. And once they're gone, people realise, wait a minute, I didn't realise how much this person did. We really do miss them. I had it with Tesco all the time. People realise, Christ almighty, we realise how much work Steve-O does. It's the same in football. When it's a team-based sport, or any form of team-based whatever.
No, that is Steve-O. I've got a perfect one for that. Are you ready for this?
Go on.
I like to call it team of individuality. Yeah, it's a new hybrid. Yeah. So yes. Yeah, certainly. Yeah, it's fresh. Yeah, sue me. Not orthodox. Yeah, don't live by the rules. So individuality.
What was the impression I was going to do of you when you did that? Oh yeah, Big Keith. He's grotesque. It's the way you emphasise the word grotesque. It's that Big
Keith. He's grotesque. Oh God, no.
Hold on a minute. Oh, it doesn't matter. Don't worry. That's absolutely mental.
I think on the Foden thing, so I'm willing to take the risk because.
Oh, Foden. Alan, sorry. Oh, Alex, follow. Watch this.
Is something happened?
You'll see.
Oh God, I hate being. How am I so behind? I'm watching this. It's probably Scottish cable.
Well, the irony is, I'm probably 30 seconds behind people on Sky. Oh.
What am I looking at?
Ball played across from Savinho.
Oh yeah, seen it. Yeah.
And he takes...
Alan just forgot I'll kick the ball. Brilliant.
God, he's crap, isn't he?
There's no listen. This should again. He's still got time to score 4 goals, right? He's fantastic. I love watching.
What is this obsession with 4 games? He'll be lucky to score. He'll be lucky to get an assist today.
Oh, he had a nightmare there, didn't he? But I think that there's. I know people. And at the start of the season, listen, I'm not as high as I'd like to be. I think unless you're number 1, no one's as high as I'd like to be. But there's definitely, in the way James has done it, you can see that. You will have to take Haaland out at some point if you want to grow in rank. You have to take him out. He can't score that amount. And people who chose him at the start of the season, great decision. It was a correct decision. But nobody would have thought he was going to score 10 goals in 3 games or something like that.
Yeah.
Everyone thought he'd do well, but not to that level, right? And
the one thing you could probably, within reason, correct outcome would be him getting a hat-trick versus Ipswich. That, if someone had predicted a hat-trick beforehand, you would have gone, yeah, fair enough. But who else did he get a hat-trick against? Who was the other team the following week? Whoever it was. Someone in chat will remind us, but you cannot predict that. 2 hat-tricks in a row. And then, of course, we did that whole thing of who got the last hat-trick of hat-tricks. And Jason had to go back to 1852 when football wasn't even invented for the last person to get a hat-trick of hat-tricks. And no one could predict that. And like you say, the amount of goals that he was scoring in the first 4 or 5... I mean, I could even bring it up here. Bring it up. Don't tell me. Tell them.
You know what? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're part of that. Jamie in the chat said, Haaland only bangs the first 6 weeks, then goes cold till November. It's happened every season. And he is right. I think he blanked in 8 last season. Then I think he blanked in 10. Then maybe 11 or 12. And listen, you have to think that Salah had the same amount of points as Haaland over that incredible run on the first 6 game weeks.
Yep.
And Salah, though he still played well, he never scored more than 1 goal a game. Just put that into perspective. Do you know what I mean? Imagine he had, and he started banging it in. And that's why I'd rather captain midfielders, because obviously a little bit more upside. But yeah, I mean,
well, this is it. So Haaland got goal against Chelsea, hat-trick against Ipswich, hat-trick against West Ham, 2 goals against Brentford, 1 goal against Arsenal. That ridiculous. I mean, it was a phenomenal goal. And then since then, nothing against Newcastle, nothing against Fulham. Let's just say nothing against Wolves.
Oh, I mean, he will bring Foden on. He'll bring Foden on probably. I mean,
the 70th minute.
Long. Yeah. Well, yeah, if it was me, I'd probably bring him on about 60 odd because, again, they're a bit devoid of ideas on the edge of the box. But yeah, I think you do. If you want to grow and rank at some point, you have to take the risk, take the plunge, take him out, and it allows you. For me, and everyone watching the chat, if you see, I think I put a lot of posts up about. I like to call it Fidanki. Oh, Fidanki. So Foden and Solanke, which I think is the way around how not to own Haaland for a lot of the games. Obviously against Southampton or maybe people that keep pushing up like Spurs and Brighton. Yeah, obviously have him. But the fact that Solanke is literally half the price, that will then allow you to have Palmer in your team over
half Solanke, half Foden. Oh,
life's too short.
Oh, Saar with a beautiful save there.
I think the way that midfielders are smashing up this season, especially Palmer, that will allow you to have Palmer, Saka, Solanke, a Watkins, and another decent midfielder, a Diaz.
Yeah, it's all about
Haaland is too expensive.
It's all about who to captain. It's all about
it's on the captaincy. Yeah, granted, but I still doesn't sit right that you're spending 15.4, 15.5 probably now after tomorrow on one player. I know he's phenomenal, and I think people get a little bit bent out of shape and like, oh well, you should have gone with the best player. Like I love watching him. He's fantastic. He is the best striker in the world right now. But the game, the way it is and it's set up, I think just Palmer in your team affords you 70% of the time more points than Haaland.
Yeah.
That's why I'm on the Fidanki. So if you see that, get that on. When I'm trying to start a movement, Steve-o. Fidanki.
I think for most people, it's a case of seeing if there's a pattern emerging where we're starting to see, for instance, Palmer, every time he plays away from home, he's getting these amount of points, but when he's at home, he gets these amounts of points. And naturally, it's all these mathematical equations where you've got to do so much bloody research into to get that captaincy right. And that's the issue we're going against Haaland is, for instance, me this week, if I didn't have Haaland in my team, and okay, admittedly, it would mean then I'd have Salah for definite, and I don't know, whoever up front. I'd probably captain Salah. In fact, I have openly said that Salah is potentially the best captaincy after Haaland this week. At home to Chelsea, I think that there's a really good fixture potentially for Salah to do all right.
I'm a bit worried this took him out. But I just went off the thing of I don't think there'll be many goals. That's why I took him out. And a few of the games, he can be really wide. He can be extremely wide to the point where... And I know it's trying to stretch their back.
He's a big game player.
No, he is. He is. And it's against his old club as well. And I can see him probably getting like a pen for 1-0. something like that. I can see it, but to get Haaland and everyone, you have to have him for Southampton. Is there a goal?
Cunha coming close. Cunha coming very, well, I say very close. Well, no, yeah, it was very close. Long range effort.
See, everybody can see, and it's like, I don't know, is Pep stubborn? Some managers get stubborn. Everyone can see they need someone in that 10 position, or, oh yeah, it was close. Making things happen. Threading eye the needle passes. Foden must be sitting on that bench thinking, what in the absolute F do I have to do to play? And do you know what? I kind of liken it a bit, Steve, to Ollie Watkins and Dominic Solanke midweek for England. I get that you want Harry Kane to be your top goal scorer. 100% I get that. And I think he's a fantastic player. He still is a world-class player. But when he retires, and he's getting older, so it'll be fairly soonish, you're then like that, bam, okay, who are we going to play? Who's going to take the mantle? Start playing your other strikers. Start playing your other strikers to have a look. And then what happens, again, if you go to a major tournament and Harry Kane gets injured? Oh no, what are we going to do? We don't have a plan B. Like, Watkins is a fantastic player. Solanke's a fantastic player. I don't understand every rubbish Nations League or every rubbish friendly. Oh, Haaland up. He doesn't look on it, Haaland, does he?
Mm.
Even for that second header, he didn't even go up for it. But yeah, I think a bit like that, Watkins and Solanke must be sitting on the bench thinking, what do I have to do here? You know what I mean?
That's why I don't give a flying fuck about England. You saying what you just said is exactly why I can't stand them. Because,
by the way, can I just breaking news? Beep 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 beep. Diaz is bench for Liverpool.
Ah, okay. Have you got the team news? Have you?
It just popped up. I can get it up now. Let me have a look for you, my friend. Sorry, go on. What are you saying? That's why you hate watching England?
Well, not even watching. Just I can't stand England for what you've literally just said. It's these players have played really well for their clubs and have warranted a potential start to play for England, and the manager won't play them. Brilliant.
You do it all the time, and it's why it's funny for like Scottish fans like me. The squad that you're blessed with, and listen, I've not even got to the manager. That's probably time for another discussion, mate. But
Foden's coming on.
Oh yes, here we go. I mean, listen, Foden can get a lot of points even when he comes on. He does tend to do that, actually. When Foden comes on, he tends to get an assist or a goal, actually. So I've not lost hope. So Liverpool lineup is your Konate's playing, so don't worry about that, mate. So you got Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Robertson, and Van Dijk.
Right, yeah.
4. And you got Curtis Jones, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, probably in those 3. And attacking, you got Salah, Gakpo,
Jota.
and Jota.
Yeah. Chelsea.
Probably. I'm still scrolling down for Chelsea's team, mate, and that's just people missing out. Yeah. So Sanchez in goal, Adebayo, Colwell, Gusto, Reece James starts captain.
So that was true in Discord. Someone wrote in Discord that he starts.
So well done. He'll be getting about good effort, Reece James, for getting back and getting you 12 minutes today, mate. Fantastic effort. And then you've got Caicedo, Lavia. Who else are they playing in that 3? And I just got 2 holding. Then they got Madueke, Palmer, Sancho,
Jackson,
and then Jackson up top.
Jackson.
So I mean, Lavia's not had that's a bit risky. That Lavia's that's his first start. I think that's his first start. Adebayo, he's not played much either, so he's fairly new. Reece James, again, he's come back. That's a bit. He's gone a bit risky there, like Anfield away. I'm not sure the system.
Well, even if Chelsea had a full squad, free kick on the edge of the box for Man City now. Mario Jr.
Tell me Foden's coming on. Tell me he's coming on to take this.
Kovacic being fouled, but
is Foden on yet?
No, Foden is not on yet.
Oh, in hell!
Fucking hell! Just want to say, everybody, there's a lot of people watching at the moment. Please make sure you are hitting the like button, and if you are brand new around, hit the subscribe button. There's going to be a lot of streams over the next week or so. Myself and Jason are back tonight for Sunday Surge at 8 p.m. Then on Tuesday, 8 p.m. with Andy Martin. And then on Saturday, it'll be the Saturday night reaction, potentially doing a simulcast with Alf. If not, Alf will just be on the show and then I'll be on his show. And then on Sunday, hopefully, in fact, I'll ask you now, Shane, are you available next week for the watch along next week for the 2 o'clock kickoffs?
On the Sunday?
Yeah, it's Sunday next week. There's 4 big games.
I might, possibly. I might be going to, I think we're going to meet up in Glasgow, a wee FPL meet. I'll see if it's on.
Nice.
If not, I'm in.
Nice, yeah.
If
so,
not, I'm in. And just a little shameless plug, mate. I'm just short of a few thousand hits on the old veteran, mate. So if anyone was watching, pop over FPL veteran, yeah. If you see me on X, do come over. Do come over. Yeah. Bacardi and Coke is mine. Yeah. Vodka, cider. Yeah. Different accounts, different needs. So
FPL accounts come in all different flavours now, don't they?
Yeah. We can get a strawberry one. All right. Okay.
Actually, I'll ask you.
I don't think you're going to win a Pulitzer on X for filth. So.
Well, hold on a minute. We'll take you through this free kick at the moment. I keep calling him David Silva, but not. Oh, hold on a minute. Here, yellow card for Cunha. I don't have a clue who that is. He's just screaming in the referee's face. Something clearly going on.
That's never a good thing.
Wolves. Gomez. Never heard of him. João Gomez. Who? Going absolutely mental at pushing and shoving.
Oh, they are going mental. Yeah. What are they doing? So wait a minute. Hold on. He's just given him a yellow card for wrestling with that player in the box. Is that right?
The free kicks come to nothing, so you don't need to. No one needs to worry about that. And I'm assuming Foden will be coming on any minute now.
Thank God.
But whoever he's coming on for will have made the 60th minute mark, because we're at the 60. We're coming up to the 63rd minute at the moment, and as it stands, if you're a Haaland captain, well, it's going to either be Savinho or Doku. I can't see him taking off Gundogan.
No, I don't think he'd take. What about Kovacic?
No, he'll keep Kovacic on.
He could push Gundogan down there, though.
I think it'd be Savinho. Because Grealish will come on with Doku, won't he?
Well, Grealish will come on the left, yeah, but I don't. I like Savinho. I think he's half decent.
Did you see, actually, on a complete random note, that Oscar Bob went down to 4.8 the other day, and I was just thinking, remember all the hype. Talking of Savinho, he's in the box at the moment. He's done very well there. Well, I say he's done very well. He's just passed it towards.
Yeah. I mean, Silva, he could take. I don't know how they set up on, like, I've got Flash Score, but it is a bit different. They've got Gundogan and the Silva in front of Kovacic and like the 3, but I mean, he might take Silva off because he played Portugal midweek, but yeah, he might. I don't know what he's going to do. He might take Kovacic.
Is Doku into Gundogan with a tame effort? It's just, I'm sorry, Alex Volo. I'm sorry, mate, but it looks like you're going to be coming away with 6 points for Haaland, which is the same amount as points as Rodgers. What did you make? I know you said something to me last night. I mean, you can go into as much detail as you want. The whole Saka gate yesterday on X. I don't follow any of it. I just heard about it through the various means. What do you think about? I don't know if you see Suj's post that he did. That was brilliant.
Who said?
Suj of Planet FPL. I don't know if you saw his post.
Oh,
it was brilliant.
No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
But funny. It's very funny.
I mean, I'll have to have a weekend there. I think I didn't at that time. I think it was more in the afternoon. I was quite active in the morning, but then in the afternoon, it obviously came out. I think people moved early. I was thinking of getting Saka out. And listen, I have Saka, and I played him, and I think I put a post out on Saturday saying I thought he was going to be on the bench and not used, and I had him and played him. And if I had a free transfer, I probably would have got rid, because I don't know. I just had a feeling the way Arteta is, and the fact that he left the England side to go back. I don't know. I just had a feeling. It's one of those things, and luckily at that time I was right. And so a lot of content creators would have got him out. Now it depends. This depends. Are we talking? Was there a lot of content creators that got him out
Here comes phone.
near the deadline? Did they get him out with say 30 minutes left?
Well,
or are we
I know
talking
that
like the day before?
it is Doku. Doku's come off the phone. Who's got the knowledge now, Shane?
Yeah. So I mean,
I do know that.
Did they say a lot of people done it early? Sorry.
No. Put it this way: that I couldn't care less, to be honest with you, what these people do. If anything, I defend the content creators. The only thing I will say about content creators is that they've got this whole thing about you pay me money for tips and advice, but I'm not willing to give you tips and advice when it actually affects my team. If you see what I mean. And if it gives me the advantage over a rival, I'm going to keep that information myself. But please give me $1.99 a month. As Wolves are on the attack at the moment, can he score? No. Please give me $1.99 a month though, and I'll happily tell you whether to buy Solanke or not, or if you should be bringing in Johnson or Foden. I'll happily do that. But when it comes to direct information regarding a player, a very big, highly owned player, not playing, I'm going to keep it to myself. I think that's wrong.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
I know.
Listen,
I know
if you've
that.
Got.
I love Andy. Andy, let's talk FPL to bits. Nothing against him whatsoever, but apparently he did his transfer like seconds before the deadline.
He does it quite often, in fairness, Andy. Yes. He does do a lot of late. But
he does it deliberately so people don't copy.
Yeah, and it's good for obviously his viewers and stuff like that, and it keeps you a bit entertained. That it's kind of. I mean, I'm under no illusion that he's pretty set on making those moves before he does them. But listen, it's that's part of the entertainment business. Yeah, Victoria's Freak Show never went away. But I think
your favourite quote?
I think like you're saying. I think so. Yeah, I think if you're charging people in your account, like don't get me wrong, you've got a pod, I've got a pod, but I wouldn't, we give loose advice and we talk about team matchups and stuff like that. Same with your pod. But I'm not, finger on the pulse of like, yeah, do this, do that, do this, do that. And if you're charging people, I think what it's more like is, in my opinion, I think some of the content creators have got inside knowledge.
Yeah.
But they can't share it because if too many people knew, if that was passed out to the masses and stuff, then that source or somebody they knew at the club or someone like that, they then couldn't tell them anymore. You know what I mean? It'd be hard to track down who that individual was, but you can't just go, oh yeah, such and such Mary from the chefs. He said that Saka wasn't there today. So then to continue to get news, you can't tell everybody. And for me, I'm the same as you, Steve. I'm not too bothered. For me, that's life. Some people are more in the know than others. Like this perception that there's not groups of content creators and WhatsApp groups. Of course there is. We're in one. You're in. I'm sure. Like Harry and Oscar.
I'm not in any. I refuse to be in any. What groups?
I'm sure like Harry and some of the bigger guys, they're in one, and they probably will get info. But where I think is a bit unsavory is you should maybe just front it a little bit. You know what I mean? Rather than come up with lame excuses.
Well, me and Ray have conversations all the time about this subject. I could talk this all day, and this is just me. The thing I pride about Elite FPL on, and you can add juice to this, but like I'm just going to talk from Elite FPL point of view, is that we do a Patreon, but I always make this point. The Patreon is just there if people want to support the show, and whenever we do, or I do additional content, it's just personalized. It's just people putting a comment, and I literally just will talk about that particular comment. And I always encourage people that are patrons to send in comments, and I'll just do a podcast for 10-15 minutes chatting about whatever. It's just personalized. I'm not here, like you just said, going sign up to our Patreon and I will give you tips, advice, and knowledge and information I will do this, I will do that. I make it very, 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 very clear to anybody. I'm very honest in life. I joke about it. I love this conversation right now and the fact that we're streaming together. The truth of the matter is that I'd rather be up Heath Road right now watching the planes come down in a storm. But at the end of the day, I'm choosing to do this. I'm choosing to cover a game which completely backfired regarding Haaland. But I'm having a conversation with a mate, and at the end of the day, whatever we talk about. But I've always made this point that I'm just your normal everyday bloke that has a full-time job. And if I can do a podcast, I'll do a podcast. If I can't, I can't. There's nothing I can do. It's the same with Jason. He's in exactly the same boat, but just a lot more busier because he actually has a family. But with a lot of the hard thing for full-time content creators, I'm not going to name them here, but you all know who they are. For the full-time content creators, all the ones certain that it's essentially a job, but without leaving their job, is that people pay a lot of money for them to essentially help them with their teams. Do you really think that someone's messaging a very, very large account and saying, oh, so-and-so, can you tell me about your day at work? And can you talk us through the problems that you're having with these girls or whatever? Like, they don't care. But the thing with, as Nick says about Elite FPL and Juice, is that because we're one big family, yeah, and I'm part of the pie, we're just a big family.
If we're part of the pie, and there's the fruit of the. You don't want the pie story. That's fine, Jenny. That's fine. We're all community here. Yeah.
What does that make you?
Pot, please.
But this is the thing. I always make the point that this channel and Juice is for real people, in the sense of it's not really aimed at the ones that are.
And double pivot, Steve. And double pivot. But no, I know what you mean.
It's about the people that are involved, and the truth of the matter is that the FPL community, if you want to call it that, all they care about is, well, the majority of the Savino's just come off a green. So that's another one I said would be coming off. I still see Bernardo Silva still on the pitch.
So that means that then, if that's he's put on, I thought Foden was going to go left, but Grealish will go left and Foden will go right. Not even in the 10. Wasting one of the most generational English talents I have ever seen. And I'm not saying because I own him, I take the risk, and it doesn't bother me because that's the pep roulette. But
on a minute, Silva's taken a smack to the head. He's actually bleeding.
Oh, I'm bleeding. But yeah, like you're saying, more to your point, Steve-O, I'm the same. But don't. I think the FPL community, there's a lot of different communities within X.
Within a community, yeah.
Within the community, and it's one of the communities that you can't really fool them, right? And I think what you see in this season, or maybe the tail end of last, is some of the bigger accounts that were like, yeah, come to me, I'll give you this, I'll give you this info, I'll tell you what to do, blah, blah, blah. Charge you for doing that service. To then flip-flop and go, yeah, but I do play it mostly for fun, but I do, like, whoa, wow. Just, decide, and then just stand by them. Yeah, obviously, you play it for fun and for a bit of business. That's absolutely fine. But don't continually flip-flop of how you're doing. The same with scores. Again, there's a lot of content creators that are bigger, and if they're not doing very well, guess what? The OR rank won't be up there because they're doing really, really rubbish. But if they're doing really well, you better believe that it's up there. That's the first thing that's up there. It's not a big deal. Everyone has good weeks and bad weeks and seasons. But just be. Can I just, Steve, if trust people and they will be true to you. Treat them greatly and they will show themselves to be great. So.
You know what I love about that? What I love about the scene is a Nunes is going to be coming on. Who's he going to come on for, Nunes? I'm going to go with Bernardo Silva or Gundogan.
Well, a defensive midfielder. That's really what Pep needs against Wolves. Really well done. And a central player as well. That's good. And what I'll do is I've got already 3 central, so I'll get another one in there. Get another central player. Always one more. Always one more. Always the same. Yeah, I don't know. I think they come on for, I don't know. You would think Kovacic because he's defensive, but maybe he might be Sylvan and push him up. I don't know what Pep's doing, to be honest, mate. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of the guy.
Yeah, I think that I reckon it could be Bernardo Silva with the head injury as well. Just gives him an excuse. Yeah. We've got 50. We've got 50. Well, 20. I'm going to go with 22 minutes left of the match. I reckon there's going to be 7 minutes of added time because it's Man City.
Sorry to flip flop chat, but yeah, on that point, it doesn't bother me. I'm not really bothered. That's just life. Some people will be more in the know than others. However, just own it. Don't try and pull the wool over people's eyes, because especially in this community, they'll see through it. And you had that, again, I'm not going to name names, everyone kind of knows them, but you had the issue with, I can't remember the player, someone in Chelsea, that someone was benched and someone on the pod, the content creator, he lied and said, I moved them out because such and such, but he got info and he found out, and then he came out, okay, I did know, I should have shared it, blah, blah, blah. I don't think generally anyone would be that bothered if he just said, I can't tell that, that many people, or, I did hear, but it was really close to the deadline. I didn't have enough time to get it out. I just seen it and took the risk. No one would be bothered. I really don't think they would. And I'm not really bothered, Steve. Unfortunately, it's kind of part of the game. I think it's just trying to pull the wheel a little bit sometimes. What's your thoughts? Yeah? Tell me about yourself. Tell me about you. Yeah, exploring the FPL team, exploring yourself. Yeah.
Just Asia. I hate that scene. It's just the way, I don't know why, it just sounds so awkward, like she's her voice has been, it sounds like it's been dubbed into it. It sounds really weird. Specifically when she talks about actually starts speaking, it's like it's dubbed in. It's really weird. And obviously they've taken that from the seedy boss aspect of the show, from the pilot. Grealish putting it across.
I thought this plays central. I've just seen him. He's playing central, and he's got 4 people playing a striker. I don't know.
Well,
one being Rico Lewis.
Yeah, it's Ray there. Ray is here. Afternoon, Ray.
This is Ray, big
good
man,
for
Ray.
Arsenal.
I miss combos with Ray. Ray's a good egg, man. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. We connected through X, and then we exchanged numbers, and we're basically voice messaging every day about various things in life. And yeah, we met up a couple of, when was it, Ray? In the summer, sometime June, July. I can't even bloody remember. I think it was June, July. It was before the season started, and we spent, I think, 5 or 6 hours together. It was like we'd known each other for years, and I think that it's like, I know we're meeting via online, but I think that connecting with people that have got similar values and everything to yourself and whatnot is always a good thing. And there can be a friend for life, so to speak. And we've got a Wolves substitution here, which again no one's going to care about because they don't own anybody. Yeah, but while we're at this quick break, if you are brand new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure you're hitting the like button. Just helps the stream, as they always say. But overall, this game, Shane, has just been predominantly Man City trying to find a way through, and Wolves just defending really, really well.
Well, I did listen. I thought they would do that. Again, I wanted Haaland for Southampton anyway, so I thought I might as well get him in. But yeah, I thought it was going to go this way. Everyone thought it was going to be a huge battering. Gary O'Neill's he's a good coach, and I know his squad's a bit depleted, but at home, I don't think it was ever going to be a 4-5 now. 2-1, 3-1. I don't think City would concede, actually. I thought it would be, I think I put 2-0 in my scores. But yeah, you can see, I think, who put up there, Podner said, not everyone's entitled to information. It's kind of just like life, isn't it? Like, make your own decision. And talking on the Sakagate thing.
Again,
sorry, go
on. My argument, he is right. But when it's not even a USP, I don't know what the word is, but when your content is literally to advise and help people.
I agree. No, I agree.
If the big content creators were like Elite FPL and just two blokes in their 30s just messing about and having a laugh while streaming, there's no problem with that.
And getting the job done. Yeah.
But when you're literally telling people you should do this, because they always say the line, I don't choose your team. Yeah, but your videos are about helping people choose their teams. It's just so.
I mean, you still using it. It's still information that you still use that for. But predominantly, if you're watching deadline stream, I think it's because the deadline streams have become a bigger monster, and I don't think they'll ever get rid of that because it kind of builds the weekend up, and I kind of like it, right? But then you get down to, and I agree, if you're paying for a service, there's that kind of unofficial contract between you and that content creator that says you're paying for me this. If you're knowing stuff, you're gonna tell me because I'm paying you for a service. So I get you there, but like the Saka thing, again, I played him, but I had reservations in place. So lucky I had a bit of a bench, but I know it was quite funny. People going down to like the heights of people and stuff like that, and I think for the majority, people were laughing. You know, it was ingesting, having fun, but life is too short, right? Whatever info you'll have, I always say FPL is like a jigsaw, right? It's a jigsaw that you've opened for the first time in years. You will never have all the pieces. You have to make the best decision with the amount of pieces that you have at that time. If you're wrong, then you're wrong. It is what it is. People are like, oh, I don't know if that was the right Saka height or stuff like that. Like just choose it and then concentrate on your family or stuff like that. Oh, what was that?
Salah looked like he dropped the ball and Haaland was going to have a tap in, but he
by the way, Haaland has been shocking.
Yeah, I didn't even know he's playing today. Well, I do know that
genuinely. There's Foden. See, look, there's Foden in there. I know he's only been on 50 minutes, but at least he's getting into those positions. And now with only 10 minutes to go, yeah, they're more backed up and stuff. But I can't believe that he didn't play Foden from the start, mate.
This is just to remind people. This is one of the main reasons why I'm actually doing this stream is because of Alex Volo triple captain in Haaland, and well done, mate. In fact, I'm going to put that on big screen. Maybe Alex can get a thumbnail out of this. Well done, mate. And let me just move the microphone. Well done, mate. Well done. Just hold it there. Oh, in fact, I'll do a David Brent. In fact, no, it's more like this. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'm doing the bit where he's like, can I take a picture of you? Yeah, sure. And he's with Sophie from Peep Show and he's like that. Absolutely mental.
I think Podna's saying there, he's got a good point. He's saying you're not paying for inside information, which, you know, tips and inside information isn't the same thing. No, I agree. I think it's just a bit unsavory if you're paying like them. Once it come down to, you know, I know they have different levels, but you know, it's the first level you're paying.
Yeah, but I can guarantee that the people that are supporting the channels, they are wanting to get the down. Some of them offer a very high subscription fee where you are then Haaland in. Haaland, is he going to get away? No, defended well again. Where they are part of a WhatsApp group, a private WhatsApp group, where these individuals will give you direct contact with that content creator, where you pay a substantial fee to have the number of that content creator. Do you really think they're doing it so you can go, yeah, I'm having problems with my relationship? Fuck off, are they? Seriously, think, Podna. They do this content because at first they do it because they enjoy a game of FPL and they're genuinely talking about the dilemmas that they're having with their team and they're going through the chat, and then once they get bigger and bigger and bigger, they realise, oh, actually, I'd rather just answer questions and tell people what to do, and then I'll start releasing videos about telling people what to do. It just goes round and round and round in circles. And if these people, and I agree with Shane, and I agree with everything he said regarding if these people do have somebody. Oh, it is Kovacic coming off of Nunes. That's taken about 10 minutes for Nunes to come on.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, if, for instance, this content creator has direct contact with somebody within the team, then obviously, they can't share that information. But it's just, I don't know, it's a very odd one, to be honest with you, and they can't get the person into trouble. And what was it?
It doesn't.
Mark Goldbridge, he knows Man United players directly. Some of them watch his shows, and he can't reveal who these people are, because if he does,
of course,
anything could come out from that. And yeah.
I think who's on the chat? I think Cameron of June. For everyone who captained Haaland, just to let you know, I captained Son. Fantastic effort, mate. That is a great effort.
Did he get an assist?
The masses. No, he got a goal. Oh, here we go. He started open that can of worms.
Wait a minute. Hold a minute. Is this can of worms? What was that turned into a goal?
So he got it. No. So it wasn't an assist, and he got it up. So he scored a goal anyway. So the goal's counted. But he got an assist. So I gave him 3 points, and then he got an extra bonus for that. But the assist, so he shot. It hit.
I've actually seen this.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it, yeah. And I've seen everything.
How in the actual... I mean, I put a post up this morning about it. And FPL Towers won't change it, right? How in the absolute fuck... I love your podcast, you swear on here. But how the hell is that an assist? They even came out and said it was assist because of this reason, and they deleted that. But they won't come out, and that's the thing with the community. They won't come out and then say this happened. Same with Bowen. Did you see Bowen's assist?
No, I didn't. No.
So Bowen crossed the ball to Kudus, who then scored. And I think it slightly hit off Kudus' shot, and I think it slightly hit off a defender. It wasn't like fully deflected. Bowen still now hasn't got the assist, and I genuinely don't understand why.
Yeah, I've had many a time where a player of mine has scored a goal or has had an assist ruled off, despite the fact that other players have had basically the same goal or assist given to them. And it almost feels like I think it was, I don't know if you follow FPL this guy called FPL Olympian.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
He made a point that, what was it again? It seems to suit their kind of agenda, so to speak. It's a bit like with the price changing. It's almost like, we won't have Solanke. We just always use Solanke now, don't we? We won't let Solanke drop down in price, even by 0.1. But since his return, he's gone up by 0.2 in the space of 2 weeks. I just can't get my head around it. And it's because FPL Towers don't want certain players to drop down to certain prices or go over certain prices. And I just can't get my head around it. The whole game, in fact, someone replied to FPL Olympian and just basically said that the whole game, and I do agree, needs a complete restructure to all of it, to be honest with you. But
I think the game is growing, right? And obviously not even long ago, 4 or 5 years ago, there was maybe 3 million players or something, right? And I get that, right? You don't mind like maybe assist here or there or that kind of thing, and a bit dubious. But there's now, what, 14 million people playing it?
No, it's not 14. It's like 11, 10, 11.
No, I think there was 10 last year.
10. It's 10 and a half so far.
Okay, right. So, I mean, but still, it's growing. And any game to play needs rules. So, if we could play the game of Monopoly, Steve, and we were playing by the rules, and I went, I don't owe you. I landed on your properties, and I owed you everything. It made me bankrupt. Oh no, that doesn't apply that time, because that's the first time I've landed on all your hotels. I have to land up twice. Then there's no point in playing the game. Do you know what I mean? And dubious ones that are close, or I kind of understand that sometimes for the benefit or not, right? Sometimes it's a 50-50 call. But this one with Son was not even a remotely close call. They've got absolutely no like back leg to stand on of, it was this because it hit off of this player. Not at all. Like, it doesn't even make sense. In their rules. If you maybe read the rules a little bit different, it doesn't make sense in the game. And I think what annoys everyone, listen, they're not going to change it. So if anyone's listening to that and thinking, yeah, you're right, they won't change it. But it's the silence to the community. And do you know what that generally is? It means it's like a big middle finger up to the community, like, we don't care, we'll do what we want, we'll decide in the game. And I think they forget sometimes that the FPL community are the ones that make you a game, that make you money.
Yeah.
So all it needs is a tweet. All it needs is a tweet saying, we gave them this because of this. Or do you know what I mean? Like the whole point of waiting till bonus. So that, I mean, they might come out and change it because there's a Monday night game. So until Tuesday, all the bonus points aren't in and stuff can change and goals and stuff like that. But I don't see where they can go from here. There's no, it's not even a close call. And it's frustrating, like yourself. Say, what happens if it goes to the last weekend of the season? Something like that with Son happens, and someone who was number 4 wins it. You know what I mean? It isn't fair. So, I mean,
just want to quickly say, Animations is saying, cheers for the live updates. I've been falling in and out of sleep while listening to you. I don't even remember us commentating on this game. It's been just such a good conversation because it's, to be completely frank, just to summarise this match, it's just been Man City passing the ball around Wolves' box, Wolves defending really well. When they get an opportunity to clear it, they hit on the counter and they get a good opportunity to score. All this game's been. Haaland, as Shane said, has done nothing, as though great defending there. This is, I'll tell you what, from a Premier League point of view, brilliant result for the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea. Brilliant result.
I mean, Arsenal thought they kind of got a bit get out of jail free card there with that. You know, because they only lost 1 point on side.
Yeah.
Liverpool. I mean, that changes the game today, really, doesn't it? You know, against Chelsea.
Well,
it's a huge if they win that today.
Well, I think, I predicted Liverpool to win, and I'm still going to continue predicting Liverpool to win. I think that because I would not be surprised if that game ended 1-0 to Liverpool, maybe even 2-0.
That's what I think. It's Steve. I've put 2-0, and am I a bit annoyed at myself because I brought Haaland in this weekend? Because I did think, you know, it's going to be harder than, it's not going to be a battering. And Gary Neal's, like I said, he's a good coach, and Wolves will play half decent. It'll be closer than people think. But no, I think you still want it for Southampton anyway.
Do you think, as Haaland in the box at the moment, he's all on his own? Can he get a shot away? No, he gets the ball out to whoever that is, number 20.
Number 20.
Number 27. He boots it over the thing, and the game is probably going to Matthias, to Nunes. And there was 5 minutes of added time. If anybody is listening in while following along, 5 minutes of added time. We've got about, I'm going to say, an extra 3 more minutes to go, because it's never 5 minutes. I know it's a minimum, but it's normally an extra minute on top. We've got a corner to Man City. Grealish taking it, played out to whoever that is, and then Foden with an effort, and we got another corner. Foden's looking good.
Yeah, it was really good. He came on for his camel 27 minutes. And do you know what I love, actually, Steve? Even though I've captained Haaland, right, and I have Foden in my team, I genuinely, after he benched Foden, you can see what's going on here, I genuinely wanted him to draw or get beat today, City. Just to be a big pep. Stop thinking sometimes you can do exactly what you want, because in the Spanish league, in the German league, with those teams he had, don't get me wrong, he changed people and put them in different positions and it worked, right? This isn't the Spanish league. It's not the German league. This is the best league in the world. You could beat Liverpool one weekend, have a great performance. Next weekend, you might get beat by Everton 1-0. Do you know what I mean? If you start leaving your stars out like Foden, it's just ridiculous. So I'm quite glad. I'm quite glad he got it.
Foden's taking the corner. Swings it in.
Oh my God.
Goal.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
John Stones.
What did I just... Mate, I just thought it'd be like Diaz or something. John Stones saves the day. So was that Foden assist, was it?
Yeah.
I'm just about to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm glad with the assist. The thing is, though, you have to think, right? I'd love to know everyone's opinion in chat.
Unbelievable.
Listen, it's 2-1, right? They've got out of jail free and they've won that game. However...
Hold on a minute.
I think
it's going to VAR. No, It's not a goal. Not a goal.
You're joking me.
Hold on.
Why?
Hold on a minute.
Is he offside?
I'll find out now. He's in an offside position. It's saying I can hear. Hold on.
Yeah, I think he said.
Don't
yeah.
look at chat. Don't look at chat because it's just going to ruin it for you. It's looking like it's an offside for Man City.
Okay.
It's gone to VAR. I don't know what kind of ridiculous angle that is. Why are they putting that behind everybody for? Here we go. Who's offside?
Oh,
Oh, him. Someone blocking Sarr.
Foden assist. That would have been good, but
Someone's blocking off Sarr. I think it's Bernardo Silva. I think. But then again, I don't know any players, so. Hold a minute. Referee's gone to an on-field review, and he's running over to the TV. Obviously.
I mean, I know he's in front of the keeper, but he's not blocking him. It literally comes right past his face, sir.
I'm not going to lie, from a selfish point of view, I'm hoping this is ruled. I really hope this is ruled out.
Don't say that, Steve. I've got Foden.
Because
I don't think they can, like. It's not like, you know, when there's a player standing right in front of him, you know what I mean? Like, and he's restricting his movement. But I think the way the ball is as well, he's got a view. It's all the way through.
A minute, the referee is coming out.
I mean, I kind of get it.
Hold on. He's saying it's a goal. Man City scored.
Is he giving it?
Allowed, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's never restricted that view there at all. He's no one in front of him. Is he giving it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he has to. Yeah, I mean, I mean, I tell you what, though, this is what I'm saying, right? For me, City and Arsenal have traded places. Listen, I know Arsenal got beat yesterday, but take that result out, right? Before, Arsenal were this kind of team where they were celebrating the 2-1 late winners, or you know what I mean, or the 1-0s, right? They were never really overly comfortable. Whereas City, they were smashing teams 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. And that's kind of changed roles just now. I mean, they've just managed to get this through a 2-1. They keep conceding goals. You know, that game against who did they draw 1-1 with? Last minute goal. It wasn't Liverpool. Was it Liverpool?
I can't remember, Shane. I can't remember yesterday.
Yeah, it was Liverpool. I think it was. Liverpool. Yeah, I'm the same, mate. I think it was Liverpool, but yeah, I think they've kind of traded places, and maybe actually, you know, people are like, "Oh, Foden's not good for minutes." I kind of quite like that people are thinking that, because I don't see, and he could still do it because it's Pep, and I take that risk. How Foden could not start in the Southampton game now, because since he's come on, a lot more has happened, and he's got the assist, grants a corner, but he still made it happen. So I don't see how he can't play in the Southampton game, which is good. It's good news. But yeah, the game's been a bit of a wish fish.
Load of rubbish. Absolutely twaddle.
At least they got to the right decision, though. But again, Wolves are a bit unfortunate, but that was the right decision this time. I'll take that Foden assist, Steve.
Very, very, very fortuitous.
Oh, it was, mate. It was. Literal last kick of the game.
Yeah.
But you can see, at least, you know, he's making stuff happen, Foden. When he comes on, why he didn't start him, I don't know. And Pepe is so lucky he got away with that there. So lucky. Stop thinking you're smart and just play people in the position. Do you know what's funny, Steve? You know what's funny? I look back, and last year, we've got short memories in FPL. Last season, Foden was PFA Player of the Year. Yeah. He scored 28 goals for club and country, 19 of which, 19 as an attacking mid, was in the league. And Pep thinks, I know, bring him on for 27 minutes.
I know.
Well, what are you thinking? Stupid. Absolutely stupid. Now, I think if City lose the league this year, they're very, very thin on the ground in midfield. They are. I mean, who changes a game when he comes on? You got Foden and Grealish. Doku and Grealish. I know Doku started, but Grealish, does he tend to come on and change a game much? I can't remember he ever doing it, really. I can't. So, it's a difficult one. Oh, what's the bonus points? Strand Larson 3, Guardiola 2, Stones on 1.
Shane, I need to get out of here, mate.
It's like a prison, yeah?
I need to go
Yeah,
to...
well, no, listen, it was good. It was good joining you, mate. We'll do some more streams as well over the next few weeks and stuff. Definitely off for that. I love joining your chat as well. Everyone in the chat, they get it. Yeah, they get it, Steve. They get us. So it's good to join you all. And yeah, if you're ever free on, I'm trying to think what night we do ours on Thursday night as well on Double Pivot. Same person. Yeah, same kind of community. We're always welcome to come across and join us there as well, mate.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah.
The chatting was better. The chatting was better than the game, mate. The game was terrible.
Yeah, the game was absolutely pants, to be honest with you. Right, I'm getting out of here.
Good luck.
Shane's getting out of here.
Liverpool.
Say it again.
Good luck, everyone, for Chelsea, Liverpool, whoever you got in there.
Yeah, I need to put my bets on actually for that game. Just 50p here.
Yeah,
yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. I think there's been a lot of, I say a lot of the first part of it, which I'm going to delete in a minute. It's all was fine, and cheers Shane for coming on as ever. Yeah. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure you hit the like button. If you are brand new around here, hit the subscribe button. Myself and Jason are back tonight. I mean, I don't know if you're available tonight, Shane, to come on Sunday surgery, but you're more than welcome to.
I'm available, mate. If you need another voice, you need a Scottish voice, I'm there, mate.
I'll let Jason know, and then we'll see you tonight. It'll be 8 o'clock kickoff, unless Jason changes it. But yeah, it'll be 8 o'clock tonight. So yeah, brilliant. You can come on with us tonight, and you and Jason can talk, and I can just sit back and relax. Other than that, everybody, Haaland. We'll talk about it all tonight. I don't need to say any more. Thanks, everybody, and me and Shane and Jason will catch you tonight for Sunday surgery at 8 p.m. Cheers, Shane.
Cheers, Steve. Bye-bye.